sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine.
Meet Lel Tome, a Squaw Valley ski patroller, an Alaskan heli ski guide who spends most of her winter making places that seem incomparably exotic, accessible to the rest of us.
And I know.
But that was 28 hours and 4 flights ago.
When I graduated from college, my dad sat me down. He said, "So, Lel, what do you want to do with your life?" And I said, "Dad, if I can never work in a cubicle, never work in an office, I'll be pretty happy." It was interesting to have a discussion with a local tea shop owner. He said, "It is important that your husband gives you permission to come here." And I said, "Yes, my husband gave me permission to come here, kind of."
This is the capital of Indian Kashmir, Srinagar, a city that's only a few clicks away from one of the world's most intractable conflicts, and even fewer clicks from the world's most daunting mountains. Lel's here with Lindsay because when you go to work every day in a place like Alaska, it's important to vacation in a place that makes the mountains of Alaska seem like a cornfield.
I could never imagine that skiing would lead to essentially taking over my entire life, and then one day waking up in Kashmir because of these 2 little planks that we stick on our feet.
Being here has allowed me to reset, to step back, to just experience life going on around me instead of racing through it.
Arriving in Kashmir, as to be expected, very foreign and obviously very jet lagged. And then all of a sudden it starts to snow and you start to feel more at home.
I'm so excited to be on the trip with Lel because she's always been one of those people in the background that has been making it safe for people like me to go get the hero shots, you know? I've never met someone more committed to everyone around her. She's kind of like that big sister in the mountains that you just want to have around. In the mountains or not, you just want her around. Especially being in India and some of the spiritual teachings that we're learning here, she embodies it.
You actually got a chance to land and ski at 15,000 feet, and that was when it sort of set into me that there's this incredible sense of adventure still here. Things haven't been skied, things haven't been explored, you know, it's essentially like going back in time, using modern technology of the helicopter to explore all these lines.
Lindsay Dyer, discovering the true meaning of first tracks.
We were in uncharted territory, and it was just as new to the guides that we were with, and we are just full-on explorers, sending lines all over the place.
In a lot of ways, the resort of Gulmarg is just like your local ski area. Way up high, you'll find rippers like Lel and Lindsay challenging the mountains. And far below, you'll find
when you boil down our human existence, it's all about our interpersonal relationships. And as much as I've guided and been in the mountains and ski patrolled and had incredible days in the mountains, the thing that makes it more poignant for me is sharing that experience with other people. As much as it was incredible to get out the other day and see the Himalayas for what they are, to be able to share that experience of skiing, even just being down in the meadow, we're all out there tromping around, and it's kind of the equalizer, and you're all just out there having fun on a pair of planks.
I think this is the ultimate ski adventure. Going to India, first of all, which I think is like a spiritual journey in itself. Insanely big mountains, the Himalaya. Come to someplace so foreign and still feel completely at home. Other people that are mountain people, they may not speak your language, but you can look them in the eye and know that they know how mountains work, and so do you, and so you have that bond. People come here because they're searching for something, what is happiness? What am I really here for? And I feel like I found them all.
At 2 years old, when my parents strapped on some plastic skis that they bought in the grocery store in Switzerland, would I have had any idea that that moment was such a defining moment for my life?
There are a few ways to know you've completed a true adventure. Your passport has some new stamps in it. Your ski gear has a brand new smell to it. And no matter how amazing the trip you just finished may have been, it doesn't quite compare to coming home.
But ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine